Hi guys, CeeChronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a first timer on this channel, I post fragrance related content. And if that style of content is your cup of tea, please do consider joining us by subscribing. To those who are returning, thank you so much for the continued support. I appreciate you as always. Now, welcome to today's video. I'm going to do an in-depth review, guys, on Lattafa Jasoor. Although I have featured this one in an inspirations guide, right? So this is the box for Lattafa Jasoor. It's a box in a box. Then you're going to get this cover and you slide it out, and then you're going to get to the fragrance, right? I'm going to try and tug it out because it is very firm in there. Okay, so this is the bottle for Lattafa Jasoor. And as if that is not enough, you take this outer cover and then you get to the fragrance. Don't mind my fingerprints, guys. Now, this is the atomizer for Lattafa Jasoor. I like that. Very generous atomizer, but straight to the point. The opening for this fragrance is a bold, loud, bittersweet cardamom. So this fragrance comes across as though it's built around cardamom, because this same cardamom note carries through right to the end. But do expect that spicy burst there. And then immediately you're going to get wafts of sweet woods, carrying what feels like a tobacco-y undertone. Why I'm saying undertone is it could be that legit this fragrance does have tobacco, or it could be that there is woods in here that are coming off or giving off wafts of tobacco. By this, I mean, I'm not going to say go and buy this if you love tobacco fragrances. I'm just saying I'm getting wafts off, right? And then there's like a crispy accord that comes in to the mix there. This fragrance immediately asserts itself as a masculine toned fragrance, but it's on the sweet side. If you're a woman and you like masculine toned sweet fragrances, this is going to do it for you, because it does have a sweetness there, which on the contrary can be something that's going to put off some gents out there, because yes, it is a DNA that is carrying an underlying sweetness there. The sweetness could be coming from a vanilla or whatever it is. So as the mid introduces itself, expect like a cumphorous accord as well. And this I'm going to attribute maybe to lavender. Why I am giving a lot of maybes with this fragrance, guys, is first of all, I didn't test it out for so long, but the brief tries I had with this fragrance were enough for me to say, I think I know what you're about. I'm going to do a review, of you. And one of those were the familiarity that you're going to get with this fragrance. So it lacks originality in as much as it is a well-blended fragrance. There is like a generic familiarity to this DNA. So this is going to be a fragrance that on the pros of that genericness is going to be crowd pleasing, but on the cons of that genericness, some people are not going to be wowed by it. But it is a well blended DNA, guys. However, to me, it comes across as if I went into a department store and I went to the fragrance aisle and I went to where the gents fragrances are, and I randomly say picked 5, most of them are going to have like wafts of what I get from this fragrance. So that was why I said to you, in as much as I haven't played around with it for a very long time, it was easy for me to decide to bring a review of this fragrance, guys, because it does come across as having that DNA that if you went to the mall, a colored gentleman will be smelling like this. Okay, it is also a fragrance that is not Middle Eastern tone. So it does feel like Lattafa we're targeting the Western market when it came to this fragrance. As for what I can liken this fragrance to, guys, I'm going to stick to Perfume's de Marly's Latent. Now, process of elimination. This is not a blue fragrance to my nose. It's not a freshy. It's not an aquatic fragrance. It is a fragrance I'm going to class under the woodsy, spicy, aromatic even, type of fragrance. The dry down for this fragrance loses that bitter feel of the cardamom, in as much as it still has the cardamom, but it loses the bitter feel, leaning more sweet, but with a little bit of a crispness there, as well as a peppery tone to it. So it does dry down a lot, spicy. Some of you are going to smell like a soapiness together with that spiciness, but it does dry down a lot spicy there. The wood still being there, but a little bit toned down. And of course, a prominent patchouli. So make sure you do like patchouli with this fragrance. You sprayed it immediately and you walked into a room. About 30 to 45 minutes in, it kind of is room filling, leaves a trail after that. Of course, say if you're walking about in the sun, anybody who's within the 2-meter scent bubble of your space will be able to smell this fragrance. So it's going to be a compliment getter in that regard, because it does leave somewhat of a trail. Lasting power for this fragrance, I'm going to cap at 6 to 7 hours on 10 to 12 sprays. On clothes, on skin, I'm going to say maybe 2 hours, somewhere there. Do remember, guys, that I said in as much as it's woodsy, it's not like a thick woodsy smoky kind of woodsiness. It is like a light woodsiness, but it's not a fragrance that crosses over to become one that I would class as a freshy or an aquatic kind of DNA. Blind buy safe because of that familiarity that you're going to get to, with this fragrance. So if you wanted to gift somebody and you are digging the presentation like myself, it is going to be one that is going to be liked by a lot of people. Occasion, it just gives me an anytime kind of occasion, maybe minus nighttime, like cold nights, but it is a fragrance that you can wear basically, any occasion, right? But it does, to me, feel like a fragrance that comes alive in the heat. So I think if you wanted the most performance from this, do your 10-12 sprays or even more, on a hot summer day, and then you're going to enjoy Lattafa's Jasoor the most. That is what I can say, guys, about this fragrance. Not bad from Lattafa, but do not expect fireworks. Expect a DNA that you have probably smelt on somebody before. It's not going to be outright a fragrance that you can cap as it's only this and that's it. So you're going to get a lot of comparisons. People saying it smells like this, it smells like this, because it does have that element that shifts it from becoming a mysterious fragrance, rather becoming a fragrance that a lot of people are going to say, I have smelled that before, but it's definitely on a sweet, very nice, crowd-pleasing type of vibe. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we'll obviously discuss more about fragrances. Let me know what you think about Lattafa Jasoor. Based on this description, is it a fragrance that you would love to add to your collection? I would love to know. Do turn on post notifications as well. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, guys, and most importantly, please do remember to subscribe. And while you're at it, also remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.